I honestly don't know where to go with this. I mean, you just randomly, out of the blue, decide to be a worm. The only purpose for a worm is to keep the ecosystem intact. Like, the only benefit I can see as you being a worm is you get chopped in two and then you can regenerate. Other than that, you're eaten by fish, you're eaten by birds, you're eaten by bigger animals. Sometimes even by humans themselves, and yet you decide to become smaller. That right there just does not make any sense to me. Like, I don't even know this person, but I just think there's something psychologically wrong with them. I mean, if it's what they want to do, that's fine. I mean, the whole purpose is humans, or just being a living being in general, is to find your purpose in life. However, I think we all have our purposes in our, appropriate species. I know many people have fantasies of being like dragons or something along those lines. And that's, to me, it's still weird, but it's more normal than actually going through with being a worm.
So, how did you meet Brian?
So, well, I met Brian, I think it was a couple years ago now. Well, I was at this place, and delicately, it's a place for crazy people. I don't know how I got there, but yes, that's where I met Brian. He's a sweet guy.
And what do you think of him wanting to become a worm?
Well, I always thought, a worm. He mentioned that when I met him. It's not actually a bad idea. I mean, think about it. Think about worms and what they do. They dig deep in the ground. They're very, earthy. Very eco-friendly, even. If you think about it, I mean, they're gross, because they're insects. At the same time, they're kind of deep. Brian wants to be a worm, so it must be a good idea. I mean, if Brian wants to be a worm, obviously it's a good idea. I would want to be a worm too. I might get eaten by a bird. I wouldn't want to be eaten by a bird. If I was a bird. If I was a bird, I could fly. I have such pretty feathers, I could fly. It sounds like such a good idea. I wonder if worms would be tasty.
Brian, I want to be a worm.
So he wants to be a worm? Does that mean his ass is also his face? Because that's creepy. I mean, what do you... There's literally shit coming out of his mouth. What are you doing? Are they hired a cameraman with ADD is beyond me. It's weird. Cause, what are you doing?